Our report is film and literature. Now I am going to discuss about poetry, classification of poetry, and types of poetry. Poetry is an art form in which human language is used for its aesthetic in addition to, or instead of, its national semantic content. It consists of largely of oral or literary works in which language is used in a manner that is felt by its user and audience to differ from ordinary prose. Poems frequently rely on their effect on imaginary word association in the musical qualities of the language used. The interactive layering of all these effects to generate meanings is what makes poetry. In a simple way, ang poetry is ang pamaagi to write and gagamit sang beautiful language, feelings, and rhythm to express ideas. A poem doesn't always follow normal sentence rules. It can be short or long. It often It often uses imaginary words that help you imagine things, rhymes, or beats. Its main goal is to make feel something happy, sad, excited, and thoughtful. Classification of poetry. Narrative poetry. A poem that tells a story. These are poems that relate a series of events. Example, ballad, metrical romance, metrical tale, and epic. Ang narrative poetry are siya characters such as people, animals, or etc. Are pod a plot or something happening, then ara po siya sa beginning, middle, and end. Lyric poetry. Original. This refers to the kind of poetry meant to be sung to the accompaniment of lyre, but now this applies to any poet. Examples, folk songs, sonnets, elegy, ode, and psalms. Ang lyre poetry is type of poem nga express personal feelings or emotions. It's speaking directly to you about what they feel in their heart. Amo na siya kung makafeel ka sa joy, sadness, love, anger, wonder. Then it is often short. It sounds musical because of rhythm and strong emotion. And it is written in the first person using I most of the time. Dramatic poetry is any poetry that uses discourse of characters involved to tell a story or portray a situation. And dramatic poetry is a type of poem that it looks like a scene from a play. A character speaking, acting, kaga-perform on the stage. Amo siya ang may action, conflict, or dialogue. And daw galanto ka lang sang mini drama. And the point is writing a story through voices, not just emotions. Types of poetry. May are 11 ka types of poetry. First is ode. A poem on a serious subject characterized by dignity and style. It is elaborate and stately lyric poem of some length. Ang ode is amo na siyang klase sang poem nga admiration or praises or celebrate someone or something nga usually sini is emotional and thoughtful and is often speaks directly to the thing being praised, like talking to it. Second is sonnet, composed of 14 iambic pentameter lines restricted to a definite rhyme and deals with an emotion, feelings, or idea. Ang sonnet is amo siyang short poem with 14 lines. It usually talks about love, emotion, or deep thoughts and has a clear beginning, middle, and ending twist. Third is elegy. Written to honor someone who had died, it may pay tribute to a group of people or a single individual. Ang elegy, amo ni siya ang sad poem written to remember someone or something lost. Example, mourn someone who has died. Reflect on loss, memories, or grief. Amo ni siya ang klase nga poem nga express ng sadness. Fourth is song. Poems which are intended to be sung, hints or short and toneful. Ang song naman is amo na siyang klase nga poem with music in mind and it written so it can be easily sung or written with a strong rhythm and melody. And may ara po siya sang repeating lines like a chorus, then it also express feelings, stories, or message. Fifth is ballad. Considered the shortest and simple type, it has simple structure and tells of a single incident. Ang ballad amo ni siya ang poem that tells a story told in a form of song-like poem. Tells a story like mini narrative, then usually about adventure, love, or tragedy. It also sounds like it could be sung. Sixth is epic, a long narrative poem with a hero that embodies the ideals of particular nation or culture. Ang epic is amo ni siya ang klase sang poem that is a big adventure story in the form of a long poem. That tells story of a hero in their great adventure ga involve sang bravery, battles, journey, or gods. It also describe or important events in a grand way. Seventh is metrical romance, characterized by literature of Middle Ages, stories of knighthood. Ang metrical romance, amo ni siya ang story about love and adventure told in poetry and tells a long and adventurous story and often includes sang knights, heroes, love, and magic. Amo na siya ang metrical romance. Eight is metrical tales. Poetry's short story, longer than the ballad and shorter than other types of narrative poems. Ang metrical tales, amo na siya ang simple but clear story. It can be about everyday life, humor, or lessons. Amo na siya ang metrical tale. Ninth is proverb, a poem that imparts wisdom, learning, and aids memory. Ang proverbs, amo ni siya ang short but wise saying. Gahatag sang advice, gatudlo sang life lesson, kag easy lang siya hinumdumon or easy to remember. Ang proverbs is kuha lang siya short sentence gatudlo sang something nga importante sa about kabuhi. Amo na siya ang proverb. 10 is epigram. A short, witty, concise saying can be sarcastic or parodic about a person or an idea. Ang epigram amo naman na siya ang very short lang gid siya, nubo lang gid siya, pero amo pud ni ang kaladlawan or nubo lang siya but smart and often funny saying. Amo na siyang epigram. Last is dramatic monologue. A poem in which a single speaker who is not the poet utters the entire poem of a critical moment. Ang dramatic monologue amo ni siya ang isa lang gid katawo ang istorya sa bilog nga oras, or the poem that sounds like one character amo na siyang giving a speech, then it feels like a speech from a play, and also it reveals the speaker's thoughts, feelings, or secrets. And also the speaker's speaker talks to someone who doesn't respond. Though siya lang gid ang siya lang gid one person speak lang gid sa bilog nga oras. Amo na siya ang dramatic monologue.